B&E Ball Talk. Hey guys, welcome back to B&E Ball Talk. We've got a full barn today. Everybody's here. We are going to start with our recap of Week 15. We start with the Rams beating the 49ers 12-6. This game sucked. It was a rainstorm the whole first half. I think it was 3-3 at half. It was just a really shitty, boring game, but the Rams got an important win, and the Niners season is over. So, what do you guys think the Niners are going to do this offseason? Do you think they're going to pay Brock Purdy, keep Shanahan and everything? No funny business?
I have no idea, but all I know is Debo's a little bitch.
He's
That game sucked.
Unc needs to put the fork down, Steve.
Dude, the Debo fat shaming on X is so funny.
It is, dude. But he has had a terrible season, man. Anything? I mean, there's really
This
not
game
much
just
about
sucked.
this game.
I think
Rams are winning the
everyone lost
division.
money.
It was a big win for the Rams. Yeah, good for them. All right. Next game, Commanders beat the Saints 20-19. This was a nail biter. The Commanders had this under control the whole game until the end. They almost blew it. Saints, credit to them, went for the 2-point conversion, but did not convert at the end of the game with time expiring. When you're a bad team like the Saints, you do that kind of stuff, but you got to respect the decision to do that. But the Commanders got lucky here, man. This kind of just like solidifies the thought process that the Commanders aren't like a real contender. They're probably gonna be a playoff team, but in no way a contender in the NFC.
Dude, I just love the going for two. Like, it's like the Saints, they know what they are. They're like a shitty team. Having a
Rizzy,
bad interim coach. I love going for the two. You either lose or win.
anything else, guys?
This was the almost the curse of Hank Lockwood.
Yeah, you're right. That video was so funny of him watching behind PFT.
Dude, he was so certain that they would just blow him out.
Dude, the
Yeah,
Saints are in a bad spot.
yeah, they have been for the last since Drew Brees has left. They still have no fucking plan. That whoever's running that ship over there is doing the worst job.
I think they're in cap hell, too.
Yeah, but how long can you be in cap hell? Holy shit! Like you've been in cap hell since 2010. All right. Next game, the Chiefs beat the Browns 21-7. The Chiefs finally cover. They proved me wrong. I shouldn't doubt the Chiefs. I guess I was going with the trend. The big news here is Pat goes down with an ankle injury. So once again, everything is going as planned for a Super Bowl repeat because this has happened the last two seasons and we won the Super Bowl the last two seasons. So everything's on schedule, but it does make a decision for Andy Reid to bench/sit Pat if he's not 100%. But looks like as of right now, he's been practicing. So I feel like he's going to be a stubborn ass and go out there and play. But it is a big game coming up this week. So I don't know. I would sit him because I think Wentz, if he can just hand the ball off, we could literally win a football game just doing that.
Didn't we also win the Super Bowl when Mahomes dislocated his knee?
Yes.
Well, destiny.
I know.
Also, Carson Wentz is probably a top 3 backup in the NFL. Like, we could just plug him in and probably beat a decent amount of teams.
Dude, I think so too. Maybe that's.
Yeah.
And I mean, we get Hollywood Brown back potentially this week too.
I don't think Hollywood will be back this week, but he's definitely going to play before the postseason.
I'd
So
sit
that's
Mahomes
great.
on a short week.
Yeah. We've got a brutal schedule. So
Newsflash, he ain't fucking sitting.
Yeah, but the Browns, their season, yeah, it's been over. So, I don't know. I have nothing on them. All right, next game.
Hold on a sec. The other big thing is Joe Tooney playing left tackle seemed to have truly fixed our offensive line until the last quarter when it was just nothing but pressure.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. The first half, our offensive line actually played really good and kept Pat up, and I was super thrilled with how we looked. And then the second half was a completely different story. So That's a little scary, but I mean, we have no left tackle right now, so we got to do what we got to do to win football games, and we continue to win football games. So, we'll find a way. All right, next game, the Bengals beat the Titans 37-27. Joe Burrow was pissed, even though they won this game. I think he's just in misery because he's having an all-time season, but it means nothing because they won't be playing in the playoffs this year. So, and the Titans are a terrible organization. They're really bad. Firing Vrabel will haunt them forever.
Dude, it reminds me of like when the Bears fired Lovie Smith when they kept winning
Yes.
and they won 10 games every freaking year, but they couldn't get past the like first or second round playoff bump, and they're like, okay, well let's just fire and ruin everything. And they've been in hell since. I could see the same thing happening in Tennessee. These
So,
these these fucking teams, they just think. I mean, you can't take making the playoffs every year for granted, ever.
yeah. Some teams are just doomed to be a bad franchise, and I think the Titans are well on their way to be one because the decisions they've made in the past few years have been fucking terrible. All right, next game, the Texans beat the Dolphins 20-12. Texans get a big win here. They needed this to make the lead in their division a lot more secure. It makes this game this week against the Chiefs not as critical. It's still a big game for them, but not do or die like it would have been if they would have dropped this game. Did you guys see the rumors about Tyreek?
No, I saw him post something cryptic.
He had a cryptic tweet, and people are speculating that he might retire. On a serious note, dude, if he does retire, it'll be sad. Like he was one of my favorite players to watch for a good stretch of football for me. I mean, he's the
best receivers of our lifetime, man.
Literally, yeah, I know. So like, do you think he has the stats to be a Hall of Famer if he retired right now? I don't know.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I know.
So.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, why would he retire?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, is he? He's just
guys,
like
he has 15 kids. He's not retiring. He needs the paycheck. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, he makes $30 million a year. You can afford 15 kids with $30 million every year.
You got to keep playing to get $30 million a year. When you stop playing,
dude, he's at the end of that deal.
I know his deal is up in a year, I think. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know how. We'll probably be talking about it next week like it was a joke. So I don't know. Next game, the Ravens.
Tua kind of gave the game away. Tua, he had a bunch of bad interceptions. He kind of
Stingley man on Tyreek the last two drives and picked him off. It was awesome. Stingley's an animal. Got to watch out for him this week. All right, next game. I'm excited to talk about this because the Ravens beat the Giants 35-14. Lamar went off. Good for him against a bad NFC team. But they covered a big spread here. It was 16 or 16 and a half, I think. And they covered that big spread. And I was glad I took it. I wasn't scared because the Giants are a terrible, terrible team. Thoughts?
Derrick Henry shouldn't cut the hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Derrick. Oh, yeah.
Told you guys, it was bad juju. It was bad.
Yeah. The vibe was off.
The noon slate kind of blew. Like the weekend hour, there were a couple of solid ones, but I feel like every game we're talking about, I'm just like, that's
why
it was a lame Sunday. I agree.
3 o'clock for bangers.
Like, we'll get to some good ones. We'll get through this one pretty quick. Two teams that are really bad and already eliminated, but the Jets beat the Jaguars 32-25. And Aaron Rodgers, sneaky, is having like a decent season. His stats aren't as bad as you think it would be. But the only reason I say this is like, I think if you're the Jets, you might as well keep him because what the fuck else are you gonna do?
Kev, what are his stats?
I think he's got like 3,500 yards, like 28 touchdowns. I don't know, something like that.
32, 55, 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
He's not having as bad a year as you would think, is what I said, word for word. So Would you think that he would have a stat line that good at this point in the season? I
Okay,
wouldn't.
he started turning it up after they got eliminated from playoffs. You
You're
guys,
right.
just stop.
Typical Rodgers never plays when it matters. Okay, but I'm just saying, if I'm the Jets at this point, I'd be like, dude, please come back next year. Let's run it back because we might as well. What else are you going to do? They're not going to be in a situation where they're going to get a good quarterback in the draft.
But even if they did, it doesn't matter because they don't know how to develop quarterbacks. So I agree with you, but like
Thank you.
they've drafted how many quarterbacks dating back to Mark Sanchez, and I would argue he still sucked. He just had a great team around him, and he was a game manager type of quarterback. But like dating all the way back, third overall pick, how many draft picks have they had in the top five? If
Chad
you,
Pennington's the last legitimate quarterback they had.
I wouldn't even consider him. I mean, sure, back in that era, but like they have not had a good quarterback that they've drafted ever.
That's what I'm saying. Chad Pennington's the last is the
But like you're
furthest back you
talking
can
like
go.
Chad Pennington won Super Bowls and is a Hall of Famer. Like
Well, I mean, not
we're
every quarterback, but he was serviceable. He was like middle. He was like Kirk Cousins.
yeah, but he's Mark Sanchez to me. He's serviceable. They won some good games, but he wasn't a difference maker.
Yeah,
We're literally arguing about
yeah.
agreeing with each other. So never
Yeah.
mind.
Kevin's just trying to drop some knowledge
What about
with
the
a sick
Jags?
name.
What about the Jags though? Like, where do
What
you go
about
from
him?
here? Like Peterson's still their coach. Do you think they're going to keep him?
Sell the
No,
team.
That whole situation's weird to me. That the fact that they haven't fired him. If they're going to fire him, why wouldn't you have done it? I don't know.
Mac Jones.
I think we
Dude.
we need to be on Jeff Fisher lookout. If he goes to the Jaguars, they're for sure for sale. They're moving.
I
They're
love
moving to
that.
London
Put
if
in a
Jeff Fisher
feature.
comes over.
I love
Dude,
that.
that is fucking funny.
All right.
Isn't he? No, isn't sidebar? Isn't Jeff Fisher in like some sort of lawsuit with the NFL?
I don't know, but isn't he like coaching like one of the not XFL, but like one of those types of leagues? I swear that he was
No,
like a coach.
that dude legit has a house in like Montana and he's like
No,
off the grid.
Zach's
No,
right, dude. He's coaching some kind of like arena football team or
No
something.
way.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been for like a year or two.
guy loves
Oh.
ball. What's wrong with it?
Yeah, well. I don't want to talk about him. Okay, next game. Cowboys beat the Panthers 30-14. I'm glad I did not take the Panther bait in this one. The Cowboys still like their defense finally like looked serviceable in this game for the first time maybe in the season. They were making plays, but it was the Panthers. So,
Is
two bad
serviceable the
teams.
word of the day?
Yeah, dude. Serviceable. Did today, Junior. All right, fuck this game. Next game. Now we're getting into the good ones. The Bucks beat the shit out of the Chargers, proving that the Chargers are indeed frauds. 40-17. Yeah, thoughts, guys. I mean, Baker is the shit. We all love him. This is a Baker podcast. And Herbert keeps getting banged up every game he plays in.
Dude, the Chargers have fallen off big time since J.K. Dobbins' injury.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, lock of the week should have been Mike Evans anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
They're going for 1,000K for him, and he's getting like 15 targets a game.
Dude,
That's a good point.
Disgusting.
He already got it.
Did
Did he get it?
He got it this last game. He's got
He's
11,
a dog.
11 straight seasons.
Dude,
Good for him.
put those cleats in Canton.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He's got the ring, too. I love that he wasn't even like one of the guys that just went to the Bucks that year to kind of make a super team and win a bowl. He was already there. And then like this year, he could have tested free agency and went somewhere and he just stuck around again. I love it, dude. I hope he retires there.
So I've always been super against like a red zone fade, but other than Calvin Johnson, Mike Evans is like a fucking cheat code with a fade. I swear, every time they're down the red zone, fade to Mike Evans, he's down there. How many touchdowns has that fucker got from a fade? And like,
That'd be a great stat.
Baker
Just
also
reminds
had,
me.
like,
Just reminds me of the Brian Quick days.
God, I was
I knew it was
just about to
coming.
hear it. When he said fade to Evans, I just thought fade to Quick.
It's like Zach Stacy, a $150 coming out party. Oh, balls on the 1 yard line. Let's throw a fade to Brian Quick.
If the
Fucking
Rams were still here, I would legit get that tatted on
Dude.
me somewhere. Fade to Bryant Quick.
what do you think Brian Quick's
Just
doing?
faded number 83.
That dude is a fucking janitor at a high school.
Stop. He's probably a high school coach.
He's coaching you football.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say Mike Evans, man. He's got a great football story too. He was at A&M with like Johnny Manziel, and then he had Jameis as his quarterback when he came into the league. Like it's got a pretty crazy track record. And then to have the Super Bowl and all the stats, he's unreal. He's like a top tier receiver, like of all time.
He's also a huge Harry Potter fan. Do you guys see that shit? They did like a backstory on him. Dude, he's like a massive nerd, huge Harry Potter fan. He's like low-key a dork. I saw this like backstory
So
on
he's
him.
got a season pass to Orlando for sure, right?
Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, Diagon Alley, man. I fuck with that. I have no idea what he sounds like. Probably like, yes, I like Harry Potter.
No, that's like Jameis Winston when he was talking about. He's like, he's from Galveston, and if you're from Galveston, you're different. All right, next game, the Broncos.
has blessed me with playing in a snow game.
All right, Broncos get a huge win against the Colts, 31-13, and this game changed when Jonathan Taylor was about to go up. I think they were about to go up multiple scores, or at least 7.
It was about to be 20-7.
Yes. And so they're about to go up multiple scores. He drops the ball before the fucking goal line, turns into a touchback, and then the other critical point in this game was when they try to do a trick play and the rookie throws a pick six. Game was over in that moment. I mean, the Colts are an absolute shit show. Anthony Richardson's so bad they had to trust a rookie receiver with the ball, and he throws a pick six. The Colts are bad. I've been right about them all along. Their season's over. The Broncos, I have been right about all along too. So I'm going to take my victory lap there. The Broncos are a playoff team.
Why do people not learn to just hold the ball until they cross the end zone? Like, this is honestly one of the stupidest, like, shows how dumb some of these players are. Like, I don't understand. It's like you're running really fast. Just hold on to the ball until you're for sure in and drop it. Like, it's the weirdest fucking thing. It's like they're playing a game to see who can drop it but still be counted a touchdown the most. Like, it's fucking weird, dude. This happens 10 times a year.
I hate when people say, like, it's a dumb rule. No, it's not a dumb rule. It's to keep you from being an idiot and fumbling the ball.
Yeah, it's not a rule. They just drop the ball before the end zone. That's called a fumble.
No, people think if the ball goes through the end zone, it should still count as a touchdown. I'm like, fuck that. No.
No, it's a great rule.
Yeah.
It penalizes people for being stupid.
I love if you fumble into the end zone, it goes out, touchback. I love that. People are so stupid. Like when, who was it who knocked the ball out? Was it Snead against Zay?
No.
That was nasty.
Duffy,
yeah,
right?
it was Snead who punched it out, and it was Zay Flowers who fumbled it. Yes,
dude,
and that was sick.
It rewards the defense. I love that rule. I will defend that rule. They should never change that.
They should never change it.
Never change.
Never change.
All right. Anything else on those two teams? I don't. Okay. The Cardinals beat the Patriots 30-17. The Cardinals are still not dead completely. Their season is still alive. But they got to win out, I'm pretty sure. So they took care of business. The Patriots are doing a really good job tanking. They want Travis Hunter. So I don't know if Dion would allow it, but at least the Patriots have the quarterback. It's the same story we've been talking about all season.
Dude, I have a take, and it's not hot on this because I think we might all agree. Do you guys think Dion is the biggest douche for trying to act like he can really control the NFL?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you mean? Dude, he can control the NFL.
He literally has said that if there's a team number 1 overall that's a shit show, he will not let his son play for them. Like, he's trying to dictate.
No, I know that's. Well, yeah. I mean, he's been saying that all along.
I thought Archie Manning was a douche for doing it too, but I mean, I was a kid, so I don't remember that.
I don't know, dude.
Like, that's the worst example, though. Like, that's the thing is, like, if you look at all the guys that were huge douchebags and held out, they ended up winning fucking Super Bowls. Like
Eli's the only one I know of. Who else?
Yeah.
Oh,
Elway
Elway.
said Elway was like, I'm going to the fucking Yankees if you draft me to the Colts. And the Colts drafted him and he goes, all right, I'm going to baseball. And then the Colts were forced to trade him to Denver.
I never knew that.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. And all I'm saying is like the guys
God,
that are
Kev's a
dramatic
big Broncos.
douchebags like end up working out. What'd you say,
Said-
Steve?
I said you're a big Broncos fan.
I do like the Broncos. I can't help it, but
I do
Chiefs
too.
number one.
I dude. I've always loved the
I have no
Broncos.
shame. They're fucking. They were a fun team.
I think
All
it's
right.
because I love Colorado and like the vibe of the stadium and all.
Yeah, I want to go to a game at Mile High so bad, man.
Fuck yes,
Pretty,
dude.
it's pretty
So
blue area.
All right. Speaking of blue, the next game, the Bills beat the shit out of the Lions. 48-42 was the final, but the Bills were just shit kicking them. The defense for the Lions could not stop the Bills' offense. Josh Allen definitely solidified his MVP in this game, I think, taking on the number one team in the NFC, beating them on their turf with
And
the All
AFC.
Blacks. Huh?
He beat the top NFC and AFC teams.
Yeah, like he has solidified the MVP. So good for him, and huge win for the Bills to stay alive for the number one seed, or else the Chiefs would be on easy street for the rest of the season. Lions concerns, guys, especially like you, Scott, who have them in the Super Bowl.
I'm not concerned with that game. Josh Allen's just unreal, and they hung 42 points.
No Montgomery the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's
I
huge.
told
Good
I told
point.
Kevin I low key think that's even better for Detroit. Jameer Gibbs is 10 times better than David Montgomery. It's just more touches for a young back.
But
Yeah,
the
but
freshness,
also,
though, the
yeah, I know.
stamina.
Yep, Zach, nail on the head.
Dude, they're
They're gonna in
literally
the playoffs,
just
Scott.
fine
The
with
fact that
Gibbs,
they have a
man.
two-headed monster will bury teams. Look at all of like successful Super Bowl running teams. They knew how to run the rock. Like Gibbs, I have him in fantasy in my other league. Like I love Gibbs to death, but like he hasn't proven himself as a three-down back in the NFL yet, and I
He
don't think
can't
he
run.
has the stamina to do it through playoffs.
He can't run in between the tackles the same way Montgomery does, so it does limit them. Like it hurts
Like
Dude,
he's
them.
thick.
It hurts them significantly.
He absolutely plays like a big back too, Kevin.
Dude, I just can't
I'm worried
wait
about
for
him
you to be
running out of
wong
gas.
about this. You don't get better by losing a very,
Dude,
very good.
I don't
running
think he's
back.
gonna run out of gas. He's literally year 2, and he's been rotating like drives for 2 years now.
But
I
he's
think
also
just ready to go,
never
man.
ever had a heavy workload. Even in college, he was a committee running back. He has never taken on an entire backfield. I just don't understand your logic here. You don't get better as a team by losing a very excellent player. They're hurting.
When that excellent player is like out and you're replacing him with someone who has even more talent, that's a win in my book.
Like, I'm not even going to get into
Also,
this with
Scott,
you.
if
Do you
David
not realize he's
Montgomery-
not going to take every fucking snap? Reynolds
David
is the next guy.
Montgomery is a short yardage, kind of run you over back. Like that dude doesn't have breakaway speed or anything.
Dude, he
Jameer
was at
Gibbs is
750
way better.
yards.
Scott,
already.
you don't always need
I
breakaway
know this
speed.
is just
Sometimes you
like
need
such an
up
absurd
40-yard
conversation.
I'm just saying, if
Sonic
you
and
think David
Knuckles.
Montgomery if you would rather give the ball to David Montgomery than Jameer Gibbs, you're just wrong.
That's That's not. You're twisting the idea of it. That's not. We're not saying that David Montgomery is better than Jameer Gibbs. We're saying that what made the Lions is they had two incredible running backs, and now they have one, just like every other good team. That's what made them different, though. That's what allowed Jared Goff to throw the rock, because everyone had 8 people in the box every play. Like, they're not going to keep doing that.
I mean, Jameer Gibbs literally has more rushing yards by 300 than David Montgomery too, and he
Okay, you're
catches the
acting
ball.
like
Like I
that's like
just
astronomical.
Go
okay.
ahead
Well,
and
I'm just
go ahead
saying,
and
like,
read David Montgomery's stats if you got it pulled up, because
I
take
don't.
all of that away from their entire fucking offense. You're missing a huge piece of that offense. They're fucking Sonic and Knuckles, dude. This is bad omens. They're struggling. They're getting their ass kicked. They're getting injured, and I think that no one's talking about this aspect, but Dan Campbell runs a hard fucking team, and they do hard practices, and the wear and tear has probably added up. We've never seen like
their defense is a liability. Everyone's hurt.
Yeah.
So
If you
if they
can't
do,
play defense, you cannot win championships.
if they do win it all, it'll be one of the most.
Dude, they can outscore anyone though.
Not the Bills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bills beat them
exactly.
this week. I'm just saying, like, yeah, their defense might be an issue, but if you can hang 40 points, who the fuck cares? You got a chance of beating anybody.
If you,
Scott, I respect that you're planting your flag and standing strong on it. I just disagree.
yeah.
It's
All
fine,
right.
dude.
Next game.
Wait. You want to hear the most insane stat real quick? You know, through 14 games, the Bills have not punted the ball one time.
That is
That's
not true.
All right.
There's no way.
Stat. When they go for it on 4th and 5 all
yeah,
the
but
time, dude. Josh
they have
Allen just
like
runs the
Josh
ball.
Allen has like no picks. That's what's
Telling
crazy
you, I
about
heard
that.
that stat the other day and it blew my fucking mind.
That's the
There's
easiest job ever.
What's that?
The Bills
Scott.
punter.
That might
Is
be
that the
the
Bill Burr
wildest
guy?
stat of all time if that's true.
Yeah, I'll try to look it up, but
The
That's
that's what
Bears
why.
I
punt the
heard
ball
the other
12
day.
Just
times a
And I
pull
game.
up
heard
the
it
punter
on like
stats.
NBC Sports Radio too.
Maybe
Pull up.
Josh
Really?
Allen should have said that Caleb Williams quote
Yeah.
before the season.
Yeah, dude. The Bears punt the ball 12 times a game.
All right, next game. The Eagles beat the Steelers in the Battle for Pennsylvania, and they continue to whoop the Steelers' ass win at home. Going into this game, there were a lot of trends, and this result followed the trends. So, just wanted to have that note there. Yeah, the Eagles are for real, and right now I think they're a much better team than the Lions. You give me that Eagles defense against that Lions offense, I'll take Saquon and Jalen Hurts marching down the field to score enough. And Steelers, they miss Pickens. They're a completely different offense without Pickens, so they need him back ASAP.
Okay, Scott.
I got.
you're an idiot. I'm
I
looking.
got
I just pulled up his punting stats. His
43 punts this year.
Okay,
No, Scott.
so
No, he's punted 43. Is that what you just said?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
NBC Sports Radio needs to burn.
Maybe it was just that they didn't punt once in the last couple of games.
Probably just last game because they put up 48 points or
Yeah.
whatever it
Well, they've
was.
put up 40 in the last 2 games, I
Yeah.
believe.
One punt.
I
hey,
got
we all get got sometimes. We
Yeah.
all
Oh,
get
yeah.
got sometimes. All right, next game. The Packers beat the Seahawks 30-13. Huge win for the Packers. They're still alive for that division, I guess, and that 1 seed. I think. Are they still technically alive for the 1 seed?
I think so.
Seahawks take a tough loss, and we don't know. Do you guys know how serious the Geno injury was?
No, I don't really care.
He's likely to play.
Okay, so it wasn't too serious. But yeah, the Seahawks just got beat up by the better team here. If you're a Seahawks fan, you just gotta hope you can hang on and win that division. But it's gonna get tough because the Rams are right on their heels. Next game, the Vikings beat the Bears 30-12. This game was just terrible. Justin Jefferson was super happy because he got to wear the all whites, and they take care of business. The Bears are a very bad team. I don't know what else to say here. The Vikings are good. Bears very, very bad.
Did you talk about the Eagles Steelers?
Yeah. I covered it. You guys were too busy looking up the Scott got.
Kev, you did breeze right through that. But
Well, I mean, the Eagles dominated. I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. The Steelers are bad without Pickens, offensively.
okay. What we
TJ
can
Watt
talk
got hurt.
Vikings, Bears, anything?
What we can talk about is what I said at the beginning of the year, which is Caleb's body language is why I don't like him and no one should respect him. And he's sitting there on the bench acting like he just got hit by a car and is like looking like he broke his hip, broke his leg, broke his ribs. Like it was the wildest thing. And then he just jumps back up and puts his helmet on. Like that dude is not a leader. I don't care what anybody
Painted
says.
nails. I'm not gonna listen to any fucking guy with painted nails. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, when you're in the huddle with grown men, they're not gonna fucking respect you if you paint your nails. It's just a fact, dude. All you feminists can hate it as much as you want, but it's a fact of fucking life. You go to a group of dudes and you got your fucking nails painted, and you expect us to respect you? That's not gonna happen. All right, so that's covered. Now we can talk about my game of the year hitting, being 1-0 in games of the year. I take great pride in that. Although the Falcons did everything they possibly could to make it scary at the end. Desmond Ritter almost had a chance for a revenge game, and I didn't even factor that when I made this the game of the year because I just disregarded him so much. But yeah, dude, credit to me. That's all I have. Kirk Cousins is benched for
Next season.
Penix, and just last week, me and Scott were talking about that. So kind of funny how literally the next week he is going to be starting, and I think it's the right call. Kirk is not helping them win football games right now, even though they won against the Raiders. That was ugly to watch, dude.
Hold on, Kev. Scott, go off, King.
What?
This
Just
is all
that
you, man.
that's
You're the
just
Penix
Penix
guy
season,
here.
dude.
You think he's
You're
going to
gonna
lead
come
them
down.
back to a playoff spot?
I looked at the schedules today. The Bucks have a really the Bucks have like the Cowboys, the Saints, and the Panthers, and the Falcons have the Giants, the Commanders, and the Panthers. So I mean, both teams
That's
could win
doable.
out. Both teams
Guys,
could win out,
we want
but
the Bucks in the playoffs. We don't want the Falcons in the playoffs. The Bucks would
Obviously.
be way more
But
fun.
Steve, if
the
the
Falcons are going to
Falcons,
be a fun team next
yeah,
year.
if Penix is
Yeah,
sick,
next year.
Well, I
Steve, what
mean,
if
they could
Penix
be
is
this
sick?
year too. But I want to see Baker in the playoffs. He's
Yeah,
beaten Philly and Detroit.
I
stay
Give
on
don't,
the
him a
pirate ship.
for the record, I'm just going to say it right now. I don't think Penix is going to be like a world beater. Sorry.
Did you
fair,
say a
dude.
woman beater?
A world beater.
All I
Like,
know is this is your classic win-win opportunity. Penix is coming in. All he has to do is not throw 9 interceptions in the next like 4 games, and he's better than Kirk Cousins is. So he has like a low bar starting out. And on the other side, Kirk Cousins is entering the Business Hall of Fame for fleecing the Falcons for 100 million guaranteed dollars.
dude, you're right.
It's, I mean, he fleeced them, fleeced. And he's got what, like $220 million that he's earned in his career already with that? Like, it's crazy.
What do you think's going to happen to Kirk in the offseason?
Dude, he should just retire.
I don't
But
think he's going to.
him or Brock Purdy will be starting in San Fran, would be my guess.
There's the San Fran thing is it could get wild. I don't think it will, but it could. And that's
I
kind of
want chaos. Give me
yeah,
chaos.
like I do like either Kirk or Darnold. Like then what happens to Brock Purdy? I don't know. It's
The
very going to be very
Vikings
interesting
would be
offseason.
absolute fucking buffoons to not re-sign Sam Darnold.
I completely agree with you, especially if they can make any noise in the playoffs. And I think if they win one playoff game, how do you not bring him back after the season he had?
Exactly.
I would just franchise tag him.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
That's
too, but you
yeah.
can't not bring him back.
If
And
he
then
if
like
he if
Kev's
he wins a
boys
playoff game,
learn
he has to win a playoff game.
I mean,
That's the
he
only
was in
way
the
I'd bring him
MVP
back.
conversation for quite some time.
So was Kirk before his Achilles injury last season. I
Uh,
think
what are you talking? Okay, great, but I'm talking about this season. Like
I'm saying I think it's more Kevin O'Connell than Sam Darnold, and I think they drafted a rookie who's pretty fucking talented. And if Sam Darnold doesn't win a playoff game, that's not good enough. So why would you keep him?
because you know what you have in Sam Darnold, Kevin O'Connell, and it's a playoff football team. And if they don't win a playoff game, I highly doubt it's going to be because of Sam Darnold. You have no idea what you have in JJ McCarthy. Like I think
I,
he's going to be solid, but like I don't know. I just think you bring him
it's
back.
not that I'm a Darnold hater, and it's not that I'm a JJ nut grabber. It's really I think Kevin O'Connell could make any quarterback into a pretty damn good quarterback. He's a
And that
fucking
might be
great coach.
true.
He's
I
a
just
great
don't know.
coach.
You don't go away with what you already know being
I
successful.
get
Like I
it.
just
Again, though, like if they have a blunder in the playoffs like they usually do, I wouldn't keep Darnold. All right. Let's dive into our preview of Week 16. We start with Thursday Night Football. We got an AFC West matchup, rivalry game in Los Angeles. It's the Broncos taking on the Chargers. What's the spread here, Stu?
we got the Chargers -2.5, over under 42.5.
Dude, give me Bo. I'm a believer. I like the Broncos on the road.
Dude, every fucking time I pick the Broncos.
What, Scott?
A bow lever.
That's what they say on BMT.
All right, I'm gonna do some Bo Kane. I'm with.
Do you guys? What's the over in this game again?
42.5.
Give me it.
Really?
Give me it. The Chargers defense is the biggest fraud in the NFL after it started out really hot. I think the Chargers can put up points, and I know the Broncos can put up points.
Hey, the Chargers have a winning record, right?
8-6.
Hey, this is the Broncos' chance.
I'm gonna
Wait, if
take
they not beat a team
They've
with a
not beat a
winning
team with a
record,
winning record.
9 wins, all under 500. That's why they're frauds.
damn, could you imagine if that field goal wasn't blocked? They'd have a dub against
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Broncos just because I don't think the Chargers going forward will be able to run the ball at all. Gus Edwards is fucking terrible, so I think they're gonna have to sling it the rest of the year. And Herbert's overrated,
Ooh,
so
and the Broncos they've got some dogs in that
they're gonna be
secondary.
a one-dimensional team the rest of the year.
Steve, what was that?
It wasn't a sweep. Zach took
Oh
the over.
shit! Yeah, Zach took the over. My bad. All right, next game. Texans taking on the Chiefs. This one's in Arrowhead. It's on Saturday. What?
Saturday. Chiefs
Yeah,
minus
Saturday game.
over under 42.5. That indicates Mahomes is playing, by the way. Chiefs minus 3.5. 42.5.
I thought this game was on the road for some reason. But now that it's at home, I actually do like the Chiefs to cover that spread. If it was on the road, I would take the Texans. But give me the Chiefs.
I'm also going to take the Chiefs to cover.
I like the Chiefs in this one too.
Yeah, I'll go Chiefs.
That's a beanie sweet.
All right, next we got
Would
the
you
Steelers.
guys would you guys have bet? Would you guys take the Chiefs to win if Carson Wentz was playing?
No.
It depends
Originally,
what the spread is.
they had the line at Chiefs +2 at first.
Yes.
I would have taken Chiefs money line.
Anybody that grabbed
Hammer.
that is a hero.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I think with Carson Wentz we'd still win.
I would have put a mortgage if I got the Chiefs +2.5 on
Mhm.
All right.
with Mahomes, obviously.
Next game, we got the Steelers taking on the Ravens. This one is in Baltimore. This is also a Saturday game. This is going to be a fun one. This always looks good on TV. Great uniform matchup. What's the spread, Steve?
Ravens minus 6.5. Over under 45.5.
Yeah, dude. I just think the Steelers' offense without Pickens, and I don't think Pickens is coming back. I like the Ravens to cover that. I think the Ravens will take care of business. And I don't know, what are the records? Will that be for the division?
They'll be tied. Steelers already won, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Did you say Pickens is out?
I don't think he's coming back this week.
I'm going to take the over. Their first matchup was pretty low scoring in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's up by a game. I think. Let me see if they already. Yeah, they already beat them 18-16. So it'll be like tied. So it'll go to whatever tiebreaker.
Which I think the Steelers would have.
It's based on, isn't it based on
AFC
interdivision?
I think it's
Divisional
conference.
wins.
It's not conference wins. It's
Divisional.
division.
Divisional, then
Divisional, then-
conference if it's a tie.
Okay, that's what it is.
Wait, I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah.
I think this is just your classic fighting for first place divisional game, and I think it's gonna be close.
I'd love a Steelers win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Steelers spread, but I could see them losing.
Sounds like a good money line parlay pick.
I love that.
Dude, no. No.
Dude, I hit on the Rams +3 on Thursday. Relax.
I know. We're going to talk about our money line parlay.
I know. Keep it going.
All right. Next, we got the Giants taking on the Falcons. This one's in Atlanta. The Falcons have to have it, and it's Penix's first game starting. He has played a few plays, but he has not started a game. What's the spread here, Steve?
Falcons minus 7.5, over under 42.5.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna keep taking big spreads against the Giants. They're a really bad football team. Give me the Falcons.
Under.
Damn, Steve, I'm taking that too. I think that with Penix, they're going to have an easy playbook, just short passes, not make him do
Vanilla
too
offense.
much. Yep, and it's going to be a slow move, and the Giants literally can't put up points. I love my boy Drew Lock, but like it just ain't happening. So this is going to be a low scoring game.
I was gonna take the over, but I'm taking the Falcons.
I love it. All right, next we got the Lions taking on the Bears. This one's in Chicago. The Bears have nothing to play for. The Lions need to secure this easy win. What's the spread here, Steve?
Guess that spread.
10.5.
Dude, I
Lions.
thought so too, but it's only line 6.5. I'm hammering that.
The
The
books
Bears
think Montgomery being out's a big deal.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
on the
fucking
Lions.
Bears,
The
dude.
Bears suck. They're so bad.
All right, Scott, what were you gonna say?
I'm on the Lions.
Yeah,
What's the over
Lions.
in this game? Sorry, I missed that.
47.5.
Lions.
Dude, I'm
It's a
taking the over, bro. That's a big one, but I'm taking the over because the Lions defense is trash and the Bears are sus. And I think Caleb Williams, even though he sucks, he can move the ball down the field. They
yeah.
just couldn't execute in the red zone.
That's a sharp pick because the Lions could hit it on their own.
Yeah, literally.
All right. I got it. All right, next. The Cardinals take on the Panthers. This one's in Carolina. The Cardinals are in a must-win situation for the rest of the season. What's the spread here, Steve?
Cardinals minus 4.5, over under 46.5.
Dude, I feel like they're going to struggle in this game, and I could see them blowing it. They're traveling across the country, and like the Cardinals really haven't been a good team the last few weeks, even though it got a big win last week. I guess I'll take the Cardinals just because the Panthers are that bad, but I wouldn't be shocked if they blow it here.
Dude, cover in Carolina. Give me them.
I'm taking the Panthers.
I'm taking the Panthers too. I think Chuba has a
All
big
right,
day,
I'm
which
flipping.
is
Give me
good
the
for Steve.
Panthers.
That's a
I'm
beauty.
flipping. Did me and Steve both just flip?
No,
No,
just
you
you.
just did.
I was
Wait,
OG Panthers.
cover in Carolina? I thought you meant like Arizona's going to cover in Carolina.
No, I said it's cover in Carolina.
All right. Next game we got the Rams taking on the Jets. This one's in New York. Yeah. What's the spread here?
The Rams minus 3, over under 46.5.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Rams fighting for playoffs. Jets suck.
Rams.
It's a long trip to New York, though.
The Rams'
So
schedule get harder because I'm sick of picking them. I'm gonna take the Rams.
Beanie sweep.
All right. Next we got the Eagles taking on the Commies. This one is in FedEx Field. What's the spread here, Steve?
Shithole of a field. The Smeagles minus 3.5, over under 45.5.
Dang, only 3.5. I think this is a commies or frauds game. I don't want it to be, but just like I'm going with my head, not my heart here. Give me the Eagles, easy.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I agree with that, Kev.
Same.
Beanie sweep.
All right, next we got the Browns taking on the Bengals. This one is meaningless in a division that we thought would be meaningful at this point. What's the spread here, Steve? This one's in Cincy. Skyline Chili will be flying everywhere.
I see y'all on Burrowhead. Minus 7.5. Bengals, over under 46.5.
Yeah, if the Browns bench Jameis, it's over. I don't know what they benched him last week, so I could see them going away from him again. So without Jameis, they have no shot. Give me the Bengals to cover.
Dude, Bengals defense sucks. Give me the over.
I'll take the over.
Hey.
Zach. Come
really-
on, dude.
I do. I was thinking about the over. I do think that the Bengals are going to kick their ass, but I'm going to go over. I think it's a safer play.
Should I take my first over of the season?
Kev, if you flip 2 picks in a row, you just should be kicked out.
It's not like I'm flipping. I think the over is going to hit in this game. It's the Bengals. The Bengals offense will always hit the over. Okay, yeah. Next game, we got the Titans taking the Colts. This one is in Indy. The Colts are playing for their lives. They still have a path, but it's not an easy one. What's the spread here, Steve?
Colts minus 3.5. Over under 42.5.
Yeah, give me the Colts. Titans are really bad.
Just give me the over.
Give me the under.
I was gonna take the under. Yeah.
All right, next we got the Vikings taking on the Seahawks. This one is in Seattle. What's the spread here? This should be a fun NFC matchup.
What game?
Possible playoff matchup.
I am not.
What'd you say, Steve?
There they are. Vikings minus 3. Over under 43.5.
Yeah, I like the Vikings here. I think the Seahawks are gonna blow it.
Same.
I'll take the Vikings.
That's a beauty sweep.
Next, we got the Patriots taking on the Bills. This one's in Buffalo. Interested to see what the spread is here.
The spread is 14.5 Buffalo. Over under 40.
Shit.
That is large.
It's large and in charge, and I'm taking it. Big spreads don't scare me no more.
I'm on the Bills.
The Bills are going to be up 28-0 at halftime. I'm taking the Bills.
I'm thinking about the over, but fuck it, I'll take the Bills too. That's a B&E sweep.
All right, next we got the Jags taking on the Raiders. This one could be the first overall pick decider. What's the?
Is this the worst game of the year?
This is definitely the woat. What's the spread, Steve? Who's the favorite in this?
Las Vegas minus 1.5 at home. Under 40.5.
Nah, dude. Give me the Jags. Mac Jones with the Jags is better than that shit.
With the Jags. Mac Jones.
Jags.
We're jogging off in Vegas, dude.
The Raiders are tanking for Shedeur.
They want Shedeur. Okay, so we got here. I wanted to talk about that. When you guys brought up Dion, it is crazy how outspoken they all are about Shedeur wanting to be a Raider. Does anybody think that's weird?
Dude, Tom Brady is putting this into existence, dude. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. He's a Raider. Because even if they don't have the number 1 pick, they'll trade up for it. What, Steve?
He'll look sick in a Raiders uniform. It just sucks when he loses at Arrowhead every year.
Yeah, I mean, Arrowhead West that's a win every year. So,
are we all on Jags? Zach, you Jags?
Yeah, I'm on Jags. I'd argue that the Colts-Titans game could be the worst game of the year. The
Colts are still in the playoff picture though.
But they're so not fun to watch at all. Like,
great point. Great point.
This is our team. Fuck the Colts.
All right. Next, we got the Niners taking on the Dolphins. This one's in Miami. Both teams, very disappointing seasons. Both are dead. What's the spread here? Who gives a shit about this game? Like, on both teams, you know what I mean?
Dolphins minus 1.5, over under 44.5.
To me, this is a coin flip.
I'm on the Niners.
I'm going to take the Niners too.
This game had so much potential at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Ooh. I think that I want chaos, and the only way that happens is the 49ers keep losing, so I'm taking the Dolphins too.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, my bad. All right, next, we got the Bucks taking on the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
We hear you.
Ah, shit.
What? No, what?
No, we're back. We're back. I'm going to have to do some heavy editing, though. It just
Kev,
stopped.
did you just kick your table when you leaned back?
I mean, dude! The Cowboys on primetime. What the fuck?
Yeah, give me Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa.
Give me the over.
I'll take the over.
All right, next game we got the Saints taking on. Good God Almighty, do flexes fucking exist? This is insane. The Saints are taking on the Packers. This one's in Lambeau. What's the spread here?
Packers minus 14.5. Over under 42.5.
Give me the Packers.
Wait, is this Sunday or Monday night?
This is Spencer Rattler on
Monday.
This is
Monday
Monday
night.
night.
This might be the last Monday night game.
You might be right, Steve. Nope.
Give me the Packers.
Next week we got Lions and Niners.
Yeah, I'll take the Packers.
Oh, okay. Beauty sweep.
Wow, I can't believe the Cowboys are Sunday night. That's insane. I'll be watching a movie on Sunday night. Fuck.
What are we watching?
I don't know. Not that shit.
Kev, you'll be watching.
You're right.
It's ball.
Yep. I'm
Think of the
sick of.
weeks when there's no ball on TV. You would die for this game.
You're right. All right. Lock of the week time. Scott, do you want to do records?
Sure. So, I am 7-8. Zach and Steve are 8-7. You are 10-5.
Ooh.
Week 15, me and Zach went 10-6. Kevin went 11-5. Steve went 12-4.
I'm heating
Dang,
up.
boys, we are hot.
Heating
Dude,
up.
my stick picks. They were dope.
And we won another money line parlay.
Woo!
And if you put $100 per week on our parlay, you would be up $1,075.
We're just giving you the stats, people. Anyone that
Scoot, what's
listens.
overall records?
Um,
I've been battling back.
I am 105-93. Kevin is 99-99. Zach is 116-82. Steve is 110-86.
The champ is here.
Wow. That's a good fucking podcast. All right. Locks of the week, boys. I don't know what mine is quite yet. I think
I got mine.
I've got
what is
mine
it?
too.
Buccaneers.
Wait, these are locks or money line?
Lock of the week.
Steve, you took the Bucks.
Minus 3.5. The Bucks.
I got the Philadelphia Eagles minus 3.5 against the Commanders. My Super Bowl bound pick. Sadly, they'll lose to the Chiefs, obviously, but
I
I'm gonna
like
ride
that
them all the way
pick
through.
a lot, Zach.
So much that you're gonna ride.
No, I don't want to ride, but I really like that pick. I'm gonna do. Was the Vikings 3.5 too?
I think they were just 3, right?
Yeah, they're -3.
I like the Vikings on the road. I'm out on the Seahawks.
Good pick.
I'm taking the Rams -3.
All right, moneyline parlay time, and like Scott said, we hit last week. Who wants to start us off?
Can I double down on the Bucks here? I'm going to.
Do it. Yeah, they're
Buck-
better than -200 odds, dude. It's a good one for a parlay.
Zach, are you gonna take who I want to take?
Probably not. Who are you gonna take?
I want the Chiefs.
You can have the Chiefs.
All right,
I go plus money teams. I don't go minus.
you're right. I don't know why I asked. Please take one of the 14-point underdogs.
That'd be insane.
Who do you want, Zach?
I'm debating on if it depends what you pick, because if you pick a cupcake, I have to juice us in a big way. But if you
I'm
don't,
not gonna.
I'm not
I'm
going
not
to.
picking a cupcake. I think I got a pretty good one. I'm gonna take the Niners
Oh,
plus even money.
Scott, I was gonna take the Dolphins, so I guess I can't do that now. I
Don't
was
love.
joking. Guys, I was joking earlier about taking the Steelers at plus 6.5 as a money line, but like this would put us in the stratosphere.
We're
If
already
we,
in the stratosphere, dude. We're already up a grand.
The Jordan Belfort quote.
if we hit it though, I won't do it. I'm trying to
Dude,
think of all the games that are like slightly.
I want
What,
to do it.
Steve?
I want to do it.
Should I lock it in?
Do you believe in it?
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't believe it.
All right, I'm down.
Like the
Ooh,
Steelers, what if George Pickens does play? Then this is a great pick.
dude, that puts us at a plus 1468.
And with King Henry's dreads gone, his magic is gone. You never know, man.
You're right, dude. The aura is gone.
We're locking it in, baby.
All
Steelers plus
right,
6.5.
Steelers,
Here we go.
Chiefs, Bucks, Niners, Steelers. That's the money line parlay. And again, folks, we went over the stats. This is a winning podcast, so we're here to help you. All right, hot takes or bold predictions. I know we talked a little bit about the Shadur stuff and Dion and all that shit. Anything else buzzing?
Since he won the Heisman, like, what do you guys think? Like, was
Oh
that the
yeah,
right?
Travis Hunter. I feel bad because there's so many haters online that are just like shitting on him for winning and like that Ashton Genty deserved it, and it's just like, dude, I don't know, like this was a 1 in a million year where there's two guys that deserve the Heisman, but unfortunately, like Travis Hunter is literally doing something that no one's ever done. I think he was the rightful Heisman,
Ashton?
and I
If
like
that
Ashton.
dude if that dude is there, I want the Chiefs to take him. I love Pacheco, but that dude is an animal.
I'm interested to see where he goes in the draft.
If the Rams were still in St. Louis, how much I love Steven Jackson, I would be begging for us to take this dude. He's a beast.
If we had Steven Jackson, we would have no
No,
need
I'm
for
saying
him.
like if he was like the next thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, like Todd
I
I
watched
Gurley.
think dude's an
I,
animal though, bro.
I watched Steven Jackson highlights the other day, and dude,
Don't they put you in a good mood and then immediately make you sad of what could still be here?
It wouldn't have mattered what running back was coming here. We would have thought they were unreal.
Okay, but like Gurley was
Like,
unreal.
dude, we thought Daryl Richardson was going to be the truth
Zach
after Steven
Stacy was a
Jackson left.
superstar,
Stacy was a superstar.
and then he
Okay, I
became a
would have
world
assumed that
star.
Trey Mason would have been unreal given that he murdered
Trigger?
Mizzou.
MIA.
Dude, Trigo was supposed to win the Heisman, and then Jabo Wynn stole it from him.
Trigger.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, boys?
No.
That's being Ebo talk.